All right, guys, welcome to With All Due Respect, your podcast show, recap show for the GFW. Thanks so much for tuning in. It has been quite a while since we have all been together and been able to do a show for you. But man, we are super pumped and super excited. WWE 2K19 is finally rolling. It's got some bugs. It's got some issues. It has been fighting us tooth and nail the entire way for us to get our season going. But man, we finally got it going, and I am super excited to recap it. Let me, as always, bring in our two co-hosts here, Mr. Ebarb and Mr. Wolf. How are you guys doing on a Saturday night?
Go ahead, bud. You can start.
Oh, I'm doing great. I'm happy to be back and recording with you guys. It has been a little bit, and I enjoyed our watch party broadcast last time.
Yeah, that was a whole lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm doing great, man. You know, just working a lot, and right now it's hunting season, so that's what I'm doing on most of my off time.
Well, look, let's just jump right into it. My wife is taking a bath, and so I had a few minutes here, and I know Ebarb's wife's going to be cracking the whip here soon, and Wolf, you don't have to worry about that. You can just beat people as they walk in and bother you. So let's talk about the card number 50. That's right, our first show as we came into Season 5 is our 50th show since the inception back in the WWG days. We have Niles versus Johnny in match 1, Tex versus Corgi in match 2, Lilith versus Aaron in match 3, Captain versus Dustin in match 4, and then our championship match, our main event, or our number one contender match, I should say, for the championship, Wolf versus Uptown. What a great card that we had to just kick things off, and it also kicked off with a watering hole. So let's talk about it. What were your thoughts? The good, the bad, the ugly, the indifferent, the things you're looking forward to, all the stuff. Wolf, tell me what you thought about card number 50.
I enjoyed it pretty much from start to finish, though. I am really partial to that main event. I feel like it's one of my better matches. Like, Mike is a really fun guy to work with.
Yeah, Mike is super great to work with. He's just so super enthusiastic. He's kind of built like a really great character there. And, of course, you know, Wolf is like the ultimate heel and really has kind of had his sights set on having his opportunity at Cactus in the championship since day one. So Wolf is not being talkative tonight. I feel like I'm pulling teeth with him tonight. But, look, I thought it was a really good card. Aiden, what were kind of your overall thoughts about it?
I thought it went really well. There was a few things that I saw that I kind of tell. You know, we do have new guys now, so we kind of have to remember that. So that first match we had, you know, I'm going to call him out on a heads-ups. You know, Niles, there's about 3 or 4 times I watched you run up on this guy as he was walking in the ring. Remember, we try to let people get back in the ring before we go after everybody. You know, you're just kind of like right on top of them. You wouldn't really give them a chance. But all in all, you know, all the matches were really well. There was a lot of good RPs that were done. There was a few that were left out. Just going to throw that out there. Somebody forgot to look at mine. And
see, to be fair, though, I've asked that you got to send me a message. You got to tell me you're right. I didn't even think until you just said those words. I did not even think about looking at your document because it does. I don't do role plays normally, and so I don't have to usually think about it. And so, yeah, you're right. Your role plays got left off. I just didn't think you did any.
Yeah, no, I did. What was that?
Oh, sorry. I was going to say, it's equally my fault as well, too, because I sent Nate the links for people's documents, and unfortunately, like, everybody else will send me an email telling me that you know, it's ready, and between my role plays for the show and everybody else's role plays for the show, and then everybody's speeches for the awards, your open document that you left me on just got pushed way down the list. I never even saw it.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool, you know, it falls on me also because I never was like, hey, don't forget about my stuff, because unlike some people, you know, I do use the same doc every single time. And, you know, it's just easier on me that way instead of just having to keep making them over and over and over. But yeah, but anyway, so my stuff, we're actually going to go ahead and all kind of plays into this next episode. So it all works out pretty good still.
Well, I'm sorry that we missed it, though.
Yeah. So But it's gonna be good, you know. I see how we're doing this. Everything's gonna go great. We've got a lot of new guys here. I'm excited about that. I have, you know, everybody has been approved except for the one guy that has begged and begged and begged to come back. And we finally said yes, and then he drags his feet on everything.
Yeah, it's super confusing. I got to be honest. I don't know what's up with that. Yeah, like I really don't. I mean, I want to give him the benefit of the doubt, but I also like fully recognize we are a second thought for him because of the OCW, and I don't blame him. I would say just because I understand how big the OCW is, and he hasn't been booted from there before, and he has been removed from here, and then he's quit once, and then yeah, it's I'll be honest though, I told you guys to tell him, and I think he said he'd get it done, but he's got till the end of the weekend, or we're just going to kind of move on for the last time. I want people that want to be here, and he's not active in chat. I don't think he ever looks for DMs. Of course, nobody really lately has been looking for DMs. The other night, or last week, I think we had some kind of going, but I don't know. It's just, that's a weird situation that I can't really figure out.
Yeah, I'm definitely the same way with, you know, I'm not going to sit here and pull teeth for somebody who knows what to go through, how to do everything, you know. So, I mean, it's pretty simple, you know. But other than that, you know, all the matches I think were really well. Everybody's guys are looking really good. You know, we do have some new guys. You know, if there's anybody that wants to work with these guys and try to, like, you know, help bring them in, get up with them.
Yeah.
That's how we started this thing, you know. We all got together and we just kind of said, hey, man, let's do this, this, and this, and this, and let's bring these new guys in and just kind of train them. And that way, then we have more new people. Those guys can help train people also on how to do things.
I do love how the cutscenes have been fixed this year where they don't lose resolution. Wolf, I know, is going to do a great job with that. I know I had a little bit of fun with it with the Luna and Cactus roleplay today. I think I love the new looks. Some guys are sporting new looks. Some guys look almost exactly the same. Yeah, just like a lot of really good things. Wolf, what was your favorite match of the night? I know that you talked about your main event, so that can be your favorite match, but just kind of talk more about it.
Well, I don't toot my own horn. I will say, aside from my match, my favorite was Dustin versus Captain Alex. Like, we had a good time during the watch party with that. There were some cool spots in that one.
Yeah, it was a fun match. I love working with Dustin. He and I are going to try to start working like a longer-term feud. Possibly, we'll see. Somebody else has asked to work with Captain, and so I think you'll see some stuff come out on the next show. But yeah, he's always fun. I think we have good chemistry, and he's also one of those guys I just happen to seem to have his number. It seems time to time. So, what was your favorite match, Aiden?
Oh man, I'm gonna say I really enjoyed the last match. It was really great. It was a good story that was played through it, and you know, it's something to see.
Oh my God! Can I just take a pause right now? The new guy had his entrance, and I oh my God! I don't know why they have listened to you guys about going overboard with this pyro, but no rookie should debut with all this pyro. It's just unbelievable.
I will say this right now. He wasn't here when we told him all that. Like, we told him anything. He did all that on his own. And on top of that, he looks just like Aiden used to look.
He does kind of look like Aiden.
So that is one of those big things I was like, okay, now I see why everybody was always saying about him. That's why Aiden has not debuted this whole time.
I was going to say, you know, Wolf I know has feelings on that. What is that?
Wait, feelings on what?
On Aiden, in his face.
Oh, just the default. Guy.
Oh yeah, I'll be 100% up front with it. I'm horrible when it comes to being very creative and doing all this stuff, but seeing that before I did anything, I was like, okay, yeah, I can't have this anymore. So at the pay-per-view, because I'll be honest right now, I am not debuting Aiden until the pay-per-view. Nobody will see his face, know what he really looks like. The one I use in DMs is the generic Aiden in white and blue. He looks nothing like that, really.
I do have a question. You do know you can randomize individual body parts now, right?
Yes, you could do that last time. But like the thing is like I always feel like if I I tried to like mess with their face, they always came out looking like Frankenstein. And I was like, no, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, I tried the face mapping with Cactus, and it just, yeah, it's the whole lighting thing, and you'll see it when you see Johnny's character. It just, like, the face always looks white, like there's a light shining on it, and just, yeah, you have to get their lighting just right for those face scans to work just right. So you were talking about, before I interrupted you, the main event. I think my greatest thing, because I want you to finish that thought, is just the build up to that. That's something that Wolf does really well. He tells a great story, not only in the ring, which I think most people overlook. Wolf is a great storyteller in the ring, but also just like the build up and the work that he puts into the cut scenes and all that. Just, it was excellent, excellent stuff.
100%. And the thing about it is like the pay-per-view, we kind of sat back and looked at this, and I kind of talked to Wolf a little bit, and I was like, look, like, I'm kind of tired of Aiden versus Cactus. So if we win this match, I'm literally going to just leave it up to y'all too. Y'all decide on who's going to win it. I want nothing to do with it, because I want to push other people. I want to see other matches happen. And it also kind of went along with Aiden and the breakup of the Guns. So everything plays out perfect as far as that, and then also with Aiden getting beaten with a lead pipe, that's how I'm able to change up his face. So it's like, I didn't just like one day just wake up and my face was changed. Now there's a reason to why Aiden's face has changed. You know, think about the little things like that when you do your stories. And Wolf is like great when it comes to that stuff. And that's one of the things I love reading all of his stuff. And this whole buildup of everything, seeing these two go at it, has been nothing but amazing.
I do like this tag team entrance of Basham and Xander. It's just a really good, it's a cool tag team entrance. So I was thinking about the show and kind of thinking about the card. I think as we kind of think, I already closed the card, but the rookie comes away, Niles comes away with the victory here in this first match. Captain beat Alex, Lilith beat Aaron. Captain beat Alex, Captain beat Dustin. And then what's the other, not the main event, the other match I'm missing? Was it Tex? Tex was in a match, wasn't he?
Yeah, Tex versus Blake.
And Tex came away with the victory, didn't he?
Yes.
Yeah. And then, of course, our main event where Wolf comes away in the ladder victory against Uptown Mike. Just another really great match. I love the Uptown's new entrance, though I do miss his old music. I will say that Uptown's music last year I thought was much better. It fit his character better. Kind of hope that he goes back maybe. But I know he's trying some new stuff. It looks really, really good. So I was kind of thinking about the show and thinking about what all we would talk about. And there's still a lot that we need to talk about. But I want to kind of present this question is, who do you think, when you think through storyline and surprises that we might have here in Season 5, who do you think may turn from a heel to a face and from a face to a heel? Or maybe what other surprises do you think may happen?
That's a tough one.
I don't want to spoil anything. Like I've had some people tell me some plans, so I don't want to start saying anything.
Was there anything that you haven't been told that you think might be out there? So I would, again, I don't know what Aiden's plans are, but I could definitely see Aiden going face, especially since the Hired Guns has broke up and created their own thing. I definitely would like to see some more faces. We're pretty heel heavy right now. As a matter of fact, I was trying to think the other day, out of the men, Cactus and Captain? About it. That's
no, I mean, Captain,
Tex.
Cactus, Tex, Rufus.
Well, Rufus is going away, isn't he?
Well, we don't know yet.
Okay.
Well, we still got to do our tag team rematch. But
yeah. Then you've got the new Luchador, Knee's new Luchador. I believe he's a face. He debuts on this new card that's about to be coming out. So there's some faces out there. There are, but it all depends on what might happen.
But how did you manage to forget Face of the Year?
Who?
Tex. He won Face of the Year.
Yeah, no, I admit that I did forget about Tex, but I guess I forgot about Tex, and I didn't forget about Rufus. I just thought he was going away, just because they do tag teams mainly, and I was just kind of thinking through single superstars. Let's any other surprises? I was going to move on, but any other surprises, any other things that you really enjoyed from the first show? Again, I love all the hard work. It sucks that we did miss some role plays. I thought there were some really good matches. I think for once, the women didn't really steal the show. They had a great match, but they've been known to really steal the show. I liked this first match. I did like the Tex match. And of course, the main event was great. I'm not a massive, hardcore or no rules or pinfalls anywhere or ladders, like gimmick matches, just because I don't know that always the best player comes out of that one or the best wrestler comes out of that one. But those two told a really great story, and they're two really great characters. I think as we, kind of answer some of my own questions, I think that Uptown Mike would make a fun face also if that ever happened. But any other surprises out of the show from card number 50?
I know one of the things I'd like to see is maybe have it sucks because I don't like the idea of breaking up any tag. I feel like we don't have enough tags. But I'd almost like to see Blake keep going to become a major heel and even turn on Dustin and see Dustin as a face.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool to see. I don't see it happening though. They actually work very well together. I like watching their matches and I like seeing how they play and everything. I like seeing them RP together. That was one of the fun things I liked about Guns, was because when all three of us got together and we RP'd, it was all really, really fun, and we laughed and we had a good time trying to figure out what we were going to do. To be honest, I hope they don't break up ever. I like them.
Yeah, I'd like to see some new teams formed, and I think as we keep putting out quality shows that we will grow. Look, the game has fought us, and I think that's hindered us from growing. I think it's hindered the momentum from building. I think it's hindered a lot of things because, Wolf, had all these issues with the arena and it disconnecting and just weird stuff. And now we've got the reversal glitch. There's just some weird things that hopefully they get fixed really soon because we had a lot of momentum in Season 4.
Fighting.
What was that, Wolf?
It's like you said, it's like the game's fighting us.
Yeah. No, you're right. And it sucks because we got some great workers and really great, I think for the first time since we've began, the core doesn't consist of just me, Aiden, and Dustin White, and that we actually have a really solid core that should keep our league going, I hope, forever. And I hope that one day we'll be like the OCW 12 and 13 years into it, because I think we have a great core of people. Now we just got to add to it. I am excited about the King, but I don't want to talk too much about that next card just yet. So let's talk about the thing that I do think was really amazing. It came out just a little bit later just because life kind of, I think, took off. But the GFW Recognition of Excellent Awards. Tell us all about this, Wolf. Where did this idea come from? What was it like to put it together? Just give us some more details about this. If you haven't read this, you need to take time to go read this. I've pushed it all over the place. This was a really, really great read, and I think it's up to like almost 100 views already on our website.
That's awesome. Well, the funny thing is, it's actually kind of your idea because there was that day in Discord where, I wanted to get a conversation going, and I just made these mock awards for people to start voting on, and you were like, "Hey, man, you should do that for real." And I'm like, "No, I'm not gonna." You know what? Yeah, okay, yeah, I'll do that.
No, I think it's awesome. I would like to see like a like with the entrances, like a very specific, like like a very specific one entrance, like if like the Dustin White at what was the one where he was all beat up?
Oh, the zombie undead one.
Yeah, like that, like very specific entrances. And then I'd also love to see, just because I think it would promote people to do segments kind of like the watering hole, but like the best segment of the year or something, or best news segment or something like that. But these were really, really amazing. I got to write a couple of them with you. Aiden got to write some with you. What was it like to kind of write these with everybody?
It was actually pretty easy. The hardest part was just, coming up with any kind of meaningful explanation for them. But everybody wrote their own speeches, and I just kind of left them to it. I guess it was a little weird for Arcsad because she had to write her best storyteller out of character as Cass, so that was a little different. And yeah, I was a little disappointed that Aiden didn't show up for his acceptance speeches. But,
111 views. That's what it's got already.
There were some surprise wins on there too. I love Uptown Mike. I did not see him become Man of the Year.
Yeah, I was surprised that Cactus didn't win Entrances of the Year. I thought I put out some really... That one entrance, I think it was Resurrection or Redemption or one of those, like, towards the end. Man, there was hours upon hours that went into that one. It was one of my favorite entrances that I've ever done with Cactus. But there was some good award winners. This is by far, I hope this is something that continues on because this is one of my favorite things.
Yeah, I really liked them. I thought they were pretty cool to go through with everybody and do.
Well, let's talk about card number 51. 50 is out, 51 has dropped, and 51, everybody should be turning stuff in. I think today and tomorrow. I think a few people have asked if they could turn in stuff tomorrow. Had to put a little bit of an extension. Hopefully, again, I think once they kind of fix some of these quirky things on the game, we'll get momentum back up. I think with the holidays coming along and school ending for some of our college students, I think that everybody will have more time and we'll get that momentum back. But this card has JR versus Josh. JR is actually going to be on the watering hole, so that should be a whole lot of fun to do with him. Niles versus Fantastico. Bebe versus Emily. Warboys versus Rekicide. And then Xander versus Tex. So pretty good card. I called it the throw it up against the wall card because there's so many new people that are going to be on this one. It just seems like we were just getting some brand new matches, which is going to be fun. I think we're going to see some new rivalries beginning to get formed.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the first two matches because honestly, I haven't played any of those cards even in DMs.
No, me neither. I haven't even hardly seen... I mean, we've seen Niles last week, but I haven't really seen the other ones. I've seen what they look like, of course, but I haven't seen them in action. So I think you're going to learn a lot about those. And then I love anytime we get to have a really good ladies match, and Emily versus Bebe should be a really, really good one.
Yeah, this should be the first time I think Bebe's had a match, right?
I'm not actually sure about that.
Yeah,
I think it might actually be. But yeah, her match is going to be fun to watch to see how she plays. And same thing with the first two. I did their FPR matches, and they're really good. They play very well. It's just to see how they play when it's an actual match. Because when I do FPR matches, I don't go 100% out because I want to see how they play. I roll out the ring on purpose to see if they let me back in. I do all these things just to make sure that they got the rules down.
Yeah.
So to see an actual match with them where it's, fast paced the whole time is always really fun to see how they do. Not going to lie. I mean, I really didn't see Niles winning his first match against Nee. I really didn't. I don't know if it's because, Nee's getting used to this new character he created or if he just had an off match, but I've always really enjoyed playing Nee, and when I saw that, I was just like, wow. I was like, okay. That was a shocker.
Yeah, Nee, once we get rolling, again, I think once the momentum picks up, Nee's going to put out some great stuff. I mean, we've seen really, look, he was a long-time rookie champion here and really had some great feuds building up and then left for a bit, and now he's back. And again, I keep going back to the word momentum because that seems to be what we're lacking right now. It's just momentum. And I think once we start getting that momentum and people start getting in the vibe of it and we start getting these, watch parties and DMs and all that stuff, that we'll see some really, really good matches. I'm excited about seeing JR just because he has such a awesome look. Like you can tell he's like Wolf, he's like Nee, like he puts a lot of time into his call, and man, that thing looks really spectacular. He talks very uniquely. I think you guys will see that on the watering hole. So, like, I'm interested about character development. Where's he going to go with this character? How does he actually wrestle, like, in the ring? and like how does he walk, how does he flow, what's his signature look like, what's his finisher look like, because the character itself just has a really great look to it.
I'm looking forward to there's going to be actually a couple of things that I know to look out for in the next card. One is Baby G. I don't know.
Yeah, however you say it.
Yeah. Anyway, he has a story going with her, which is taking her in a very different direction. I don't want to, say anything there too much, but that's something to look out for. And Nee actually came to me with advice on a video he's editing, so you should see almost like a cinematic like mine from Nee next.
It's awesome.
Yeah, that's really cool.
I'm interested in Xander versus Tex too, just because Texas is Ebarb's captain, right? Like, I seem to play sometimes way better with captain than I do with Cactus, and like Tex seems to be that for you sometimes. Like, Tex is a really good player and has very few losses. One's the only thing that really comes to mind, too, if you count the tag team one. And Xander has the potential to be like a really big time champion here. And I think the world of his handler and how she writes and just all the really great stuff that they do. And so that's an intriguing match to set a tone for season 5 about who's going to be real contenders and who still is going to have to step up to the plate.
Yeah, definitely. And you kind of hit the nail on the head there. I play 100% different with Tex than I do with Aiden. And it's because it used to be two very different styles.
Yeah.
Aiden was my lightweight, high flyer. I did a lot of moves and stuff with him, where Tex was just my big heavy guy that could do some damage and had a lot of suplexes and hard-hitting moves. I will give this, I have moved Aiden up. Aiden is no longer a light heavyweight. He is now a heavyweight, and I am still getting used to playing with him like that, because you will see me every now and then run towards the rope to do a springboard, and I no longer have springboard. But I really enjoy playing both of them. It's really fun with them, but Tex is kind of just my goofy all-around cowboy that I can talk and make fun of and be a face with. But Aiden will always be my main character. Doesn't matter how many years we do this, I will always have Aiden no matter what.
Yep, I'm like that with Cactus.
Sorry, I didn't mean to talk.
No, you're good.
I'm happy that Tex changed his finisher too.
What was that?
I'm happy to see Tex with a new finisher.
Yeah, I've changed his finishers and signatures on both of them. I wanted something different. I know everybody loved Tex's signature as far as
I did.
that little lasso butt kick he did. But I wanted something a little bit differently, something that did more power, was more of a power move to show off he was a heavyweight. And same thing with his finisher. I liked his claw slam and everything, but to me, it just felt more like I needed something else with him. So I tried this out, and I really like the way it works, and it works with them. And same thing with Aiden. I wanted to do something new. It was kind of his transition. I wanted to give him different moves that he never did before and different finishers and signatures and stuff like that. So, progressing your character is a big thing here. Don't keep doing the same thing over and over. We do give y'all the ability to change your finisher one time. We give you the ability to change your signature as many times as you want, as long as it's not chosen already. But, character development is a big thing with this. If you want your character to keep going, you've got to evolve them.
Yeah, I mean, even Cactus has a brand new look. So let's go ahead and put a bow on the show, man. It's been fun to have you guys back, and I think that this is the kind of thing that we got to make sure happens so that we can get that momentum back. I will not have service tomorrow, so I will be home, and I'm going to work on getting some things updated. I know there's some work that needs to be put in on getting cards updated, all that fun stuff that has to be redone every single time we get a brand new game. But I'm excited. I have empowered 2 people in the league that I trust a lot to create all of our pay-per-view names, and hopefully those will be wrapped up by the end of this weekend so we can announce our next pay-per-view. It's just I've been looking for a way to kind of empower these two people and give them a role here, and this is something that they can use their creativity on. Look, just keep doing it. I think that my kind of closing statements is keep being creative. I love that people actually reached out to me to start working feuds. Yeah, like Wolf and these guys can't carry everything, and so yeah, work those feuds and think through how to make these long term. I mean, in my opinion, the shortest term that a feud should be is the 4 weeks. You know, week 1 after a pay-per-view, and with the payoff being at the pay-per-view and building that, you know, crescendo, that story, that, you know, 3-plot part of that story through those 4 weeks. That's like a short term, but then there's also the longer term of how do you move maybe a short-term thing, but also still keep feeding into a long-term plan that ends at our big pay-per-view Wrestle Fest, which we didn't get to have last season just because of the way the pay-per-views fell. But we're going to figure it out. We know now how many pay-per-views we can get in each season, so we will have that big pay-per-view this year. And yeah, just keep putting in the work and keep talking to each other. Let's get some momentum going. Let's find some new players out there. Yeah, I think we're building ourselves a little bit of a name here. I've dropped all the other leagues that I'm in outside of what's here in Grown Folks community, and so I'm investing all the extra time that I have here. But yeah, let's just keep on doing the right thing and kind of moving it towards the right direction. So, Wolf, put a bow on the show for us.
I feel like you ambush me all the time. I wasn't ready for that.
It's so funny because it's like I got you with your pants down today. You're so creative and you have all these ideas, but like today you're quiet. You're like giving me one-line sentence answers, and like you're just like I'm catching you off guard.
Well, a part of it is this. You have a lot of experience with this. This is my actually. I'm not even going to count the watch party because that was just us hanging out. So this is my second podcast ever in my life. So it's a little difficult for me to just pick up the ball and just start running.
Just be yourself. You're super creative. Yeah. I've put you over as much as I can put you over. If I put you over anymore, you're going to have that new 2K19, add-on, the big head. And so, look, you just be yourself. I think you add so much here, and you're a big part of why we've taken the next step in our growth and our momentum. So, yeah, just any closing thoughts as we kind of think through Card 51 and look for everybody's stuff to come out here soon?
Eborb, I think that was your cue.
Oh, man. So basically, guys, I've said what I've had to say about y'all. I really love playing with everybody's calls and the way y'all play. Everybody's different. Everybody looks different except for Aiden and Niles. It's great seeing
That's a great one-liner.
How we have grown and how much bigger we're getting. I believe we're now up to close to 20 calls almost. Yeah. I mean, we're now literally, when we're making them cards, we're having to pick and choose who to put on a card.
Yeah.
So not everybody anymore is going to be on every single card like it used to be.
I will be introducing a woman this season too. I just got to figure out who. I've been thinking about bringing the Queen back into it.
The Queen?
Yeah, Queen Z-Line. The cursed queen.
I forgot about her.
The voodoo queen.
Yeah, she'd be cool.
Entrances, okay.
Yeah, but yeah, like everybody, is doing great. We're growing, we're learning. When I first started this with Nate, I didn't do video clips. I didn't do entrances because I didn't know how to do any of that stuff. And Nate slowly walked me through how to do this, and I've learned how to do my own stuff when my computer doesn't act retarded. But, and I love that. Same thing with Dustin. When we started this originally, Dustin was 17, 18. And he stayed with us and transferred over and has done a lot with us now. And we've added Wolf to our group of running this place because he's put so much into it, and he showed us 100% like like we all sat there, and the first thing Nate said was, "Hey, I think we want to bring Wolf in," and neither one of us was like, "Yeah, let's talk about it." We're both like, "Yeah, 100% add him." Like we knew that he'd be a great investment in this as far as getting us to build and get bigger and bigger.
There was a little bit of hesitation. There was a little bit of hesitation. There was a little bit of hesitation just because you guys were like, "Wait, no Randy."
No what?
No Randy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Randy will come out one day. I know it's going to come out at least for like
Randy's already out. Like you can look at him and see he's already out.
The other kind of out.
I finally have a thought, by the way. So it took me a little bit, but I wanted to say that with I know we've had some hardships with the transfer to 19, but I do feel like people have improved their cards in almost every way. Like I think a lot of them look better. A lot of the new moves are better than the move sets. And if anybody who's in our league that watches this, I made an open invitation to Arkstead and KO, and I extended it to anybody else. It is so easy this year to make these in-game movies because now you can do it right in the matches. So if anybody has an idea, but they don't quite think they can execute the video, you can come to me and I'll try to make it.
Yeah, I will definitely be coming to you. That's the one thing I've never ventured into to try, but I definitely will give it a hand this year. There's a lot that I feel like I'm a pretty advanced student when it comes to video editing and all the fun stuff that I can do with that, but I've actually never tried to do that type of thing that you're doing. So I will give it a try this year. Well, let's put a bow on it. You can find us at Grown Folks OC on Twitter. Make sure you give us a like, a subscribe, a follow, all that fun stuff. I even posted the new GFW banners. If you're interested in one of those for the forum or for anything, just hit me up. I can tell you what I need to get that made, but those are posted. You can also check out our playlist at Grown Folks Online Community on YouTube, then Grown Folks Wrestling. Our entire playlist is there. Thousands of videos, so you can go watch all kinds of stuff. It's sitting there for you. And then finally, our website, grownfolksoc.com. If you want to check out the Grown Folks wrestling page, it's grownfolksoc.com/GFW. It needs some updating, but I will get to that here in the next, this weekend. I'll start on it, and then I'm going to get a lot of time off here for Christmas, and I'll do some work on it. I just got to get some photos from people, or I'll probably end up having to get them myself. Either way, I'm going to get them. We'll get it done and get it all updated. But, man, I'm just excited to be back to do one of these podcasts with you guys and just to get ready for Season 5 because I think it's going to have a lot of really amazing stuff to offer us. Now 2K, you just got to go fix your game because it definitely needs a little tweaks and patches done to it.
All right. But hopefully we keep doing these so I can get better at
it. You're not bad at it, so don't think about it. You're good, and we'll definitely keep these going. I look forward to the next watch party. The show should come out sometime on Monday or Tuesday. Wolf, it kind of depends on his schedule. As soon as Wolf can turn around the role plays and get them to me, it actually saves me a ton of time, and I can actually put the show together in one evening. So the second I get all the role plays and all the videos, I'll get it put together in one evening and get it out there. We'll do a watch party, hopefully like midweek, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, like somewhere in there we'll find. The new card will come out as soon as the show is posted. So booking committee, you guys need to get that new card put together. And then the new card will be one card away from, like 2 cards away from the pay-per-view, 1 card away from the go-home show. So, man, we are already almost to our first pay-per-view. It should be a ton of fun. So, for Ebarb, for Wolf, for everybody here in the GFW, thanks so much for tuning into our podcast. With all due respect, we'll see you next time. Have a great week. God bless you. Peace.
See you guys.
Later.